I believe I'm already on. I'm just waiting for my colleague Jeff to join. Everybody, welcome to the GoPinLeads webinar. I believe I'm already on. Just waiting for my colleague Jeff to join the conversation. It seems like I'm talking over him. Sorry for that. I can't hear you, Jeff. No.
All right. Is this better, Chief? Has the problem been resolved?
Yes, it has been. Jeff, how's it going? You well?
I'm very well, Chief. How are you doing?
Really good, really good. Very excited to be here today. And as you can probably see, I've got a bit of like a few eye bags and stuff, just some sleepless nights, but equally super excited to kind of get things launched and talk to our lovely users at GoPinLeads. So yeah, super excited to be here.
It's so cool, Chief. I mean, all the work that you've been putting in. I mean, I know you're worried about the eye bags, but it's really looking good. Everything that we're doing, everything that's going on, it's really exciting. So yeah, I think it's all worth it in the end. What do you think?
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So, shall we get all into it and get our lovely users welcomed to the webinar today?
Absolutely. Let's dive straight in. So, if you can see my screen right now, please do let me know in the comments. I want you to all know that we are doing our one-on-one session that you can win today. So by interacting, by commenting, by asking questions, and generally being involved, you can really get a lot more out of today than just the length of this webinar. So the way you can get involved in the comments is if you are still watching on GoPinLeads.com, I would love it if you would click on the YouTube logo within the video window that you're watching. You can see that YouTube logo on my screen now. And the way you comment is you click on that YouTube logo. This will open into YouTube itself. Then you comment in the live chat on the right-hand side. Really quick, really easy, and I want to welcome you all to take advantage of that. Now, we are so excited today. I mean, we are basically buzzing so much because we are launching an amazing new version of the tool. So GoPinLeads, some of you may have been using for quite some time, getting some great successes from it. And this is the next step in the evolution. It's so exciting. It is making me fairly breathless. And I know Raj has been up late nights working on this, really pushing the boundaries to make sure that this comes through in its best form and gives you the most value. That's what you deserve. I mean, you've given us your attention for this long, and you've been with us on this journey. So we wanted to show you all what we've been working on so you can be as excited as we are. So let's dive straight into the actual tool. So you will see that you can go straight into the Google Maps area of the world. And this is what you would want to do once you have downloaded the Chrome extension. I'm just going to get rid of my bookmark so you can get a bit more screen real estate going on. All right, so I'm going to do, as you're used to with GoPinLeads, a search. And this search is going to make sure that we get the leads that we're looking for. And in this case, I'm doing a search for restaurants in Seattle, Washington, USA. This will bring up the Google search that I can see on my screen on the left-hand side. And then, as per usual, you open up GoPinLeads. When the tool loads through, you can see the new user interface that we've got going. It's really cool, and I'm going to show you exactly how it all works. So this is the screen that you'll be greeted with once you've logged in and you've done your Google search for the area of the maps that you're looking at. So here is a brand new UI, shows you at every step of the way how the new GoPinLeads works. This is to remind you at every step of the way what you're doing and what to do next. Here is the first exciting development that we've got for you. So drop me comments. I'm monitoring them all the time, and so is our chief. So if you want to say something, if you want to get involved, go ahead, do that. We really want you to. So here you've got a brand new option. What contact details do you want to receive? And this allows us to tailor this to your specific needs. So you can choose either all contact details by selecting this first option. In this case, we will only charge you for one email per contact we find. The remaining contact details will be for free. The second option is different, and this is to select just emails. If we find more than one email address for a contact, you'll be charged for all of them, which is important to note because it's just two different ways to get your results. If you are more email heavy reliant, you'd go for just emails. If you want the supporting information, if that fits more into your process, you'd go for all contact details. In this example for today, I'm going to go ahead and choose all contact details. And then the new button down the bottom says capture my Google Maps results. Before I click that, you'll see that the new UI has a whole lot of different buttons on there. It has a drop-down menu where you can keep track of your account. You can log out, use codes, refer and earn, see what plan you're on, see other plans as well as upgrade and see your account information. That's all in this little drop-down arrow on the corner side here. There's also help offered at every step of the way in more than one place. Here we've got, if you want to know more about the all contacts or just email option, and you've got a button that leads you directly to our help staff. Our support team are amazing and they're waiting to help you, so take advantage of that. You also get a reminder of how many credits you have. When you mouse over the question mark, it explains how your credits are charged so that you're always completely aware of what's going on. Helpfully, we've also told you when your credit will be reset. So clicking on buy more allows you to buy more credits as well. Say you don't want to upgrade your whole package, you just want to top up with a few extra credits to get you through the month. That buy more is the option for you. So moving on, to remind you of how I've gotten to this stage. I did a Google search in Google Maps for restaurants near Seattle, Washington. Then I opened the GoPinLeads Chrome extension by clicking on the button in my browser, and this loaded an option for me. The UI loads up and I've got an option to get all contact details or just email addresses. Like I said, I'm going to choose all contact details for this example and press capture my Google Maps results. Once I've done this, the tool is going to load through to the Businesses tab. Now, the Businesses tab is where the really cool stuff starts happening as well. So pressing Select All gives you all the results you've gotten from Google's first page of results. But we want more because we want to make sure we're getting all the possible leads. So we click the Next Page button within Google Maps. It's down here at the bottom of the list on the right-hand side of Google's list. And then you open the Chrome extension again, press Select All, and repeat the process. I'm going to do this quite quickly for you so that you can see what the process looks like when you're used to it and how quickly you can go through and grab all the details from Google Maps. Super easy, and it takes very little time compared to the amount of time it takes to do this manually. That's a ridiculous number of hours, as I'm sure you're all familiar with. Building lists could kill a person if it's done the manual way. So this is what we fix. People who've been using our tool for a while know this. They're used to how great and quick it is. Now, it's just better. It's clearer, it's faster, and you can see just in the time that I've been speaking to you, I've gone through and grabbed 143 businesses. Now, I can go through this endlessly until Google runs out of pages to show me. For today, though, I really want to make sure that you're getting the full process. So I'm going to stop at 163 and press Continue. Pressing Continue will give you a reminder. This reminder is here to remind you that you haven't gone through all the steps on all the pages that Google has to offer. Remember, I stopped searching at 163. So this tells me our Google search may have resulted in more than one page. Did you review all of them? You may have missed some interesting data. You don't have to check them out now. You can come back and add them later. Now, you can switch this off so you never see it again, but I teach people often how to use GoPinLeads, and this is a great thing for me to include. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that unselected for my case. You can also see a video tutorial that gives you more information, and I'm going to go ahead and press continue anyway because I want the amount of leads that I have chosen. Now we come through to the Employees tab, and what you see on your screen is the tool starting to load up the results of the employees that are using that are working in these businesses. Okay, so we've got the 163 businesses, and now what the tool is doing is it's pushing through the employees who work there. Now, you'll notice that the loading symbol is still showing, and that's because more results, as you can see, are being loaded in real time. Scrolling down, you can press load more, and that will then make sure that you're scraping more and more details all the time. Once you've done that to your heart's satisfaction and you're convinced that you've gotten all of the employees that you're after, I want to encourage you to go ahead and press select all. You'll notice when you do this that the employees selected number changes to the number of employees you've selected. This allows you to keep track of how many credits you're going to spend on this list, as well as how many credits you have right now, right at the bottom there. Very handy, and it's very easy to use. You'll see that I now have 36 employees selected. That's because I keep going back and pressing load more until they are all pulled out. Then I'm going to go ahead and press finish. So pressing finish is going to give you the next page, which is the reports page. Here it says we've captured your selections. In your report, you'll find the following leads: 163 businesses and 36 employees. Sorry about that. You will spend 199 credits. And next, we'll show you a list with all your leads and their contact details. Also, we send an Excel sheet to the following email. You can change this email if you want to with a click. Okay. You can also say that you want to receive all reports to this email address in future, which is a great way to make sure that it remembers the email address you put in. By pressing Create Report, I'm going to be able to get into my actual results, which is going to be incredibly useful. All right. You're going to see that this starts a loading process, and that then pushes me through to a page that says your report is ready and waiting for you in your inbox. You can see the full report in your web app profile. Now that takes me on to something else that's really exciting, our web app. It's an amazing new way of doing GoPinLeads that's going to give you more information at your fingertips and more access to your history. So here I'm going to show you what happens when I press Show Report. You get pushed through to app.gopinleads.com. That's the address of our web app. Now, you'll notice I'm already logged in, and you'll notice some very familiar elements. But before I get to the rest of it, I'm just going to show you this report, okay? So here you have your report for restaurant near Seattle, Washington, USA. You've got some tabs, the business tab and the employees tab. These are really gold for you, okay? You've got all the information on these leads. You've got the business name, the email address, free email addresses as well. There's more in there. Phone numbers, social media contact details, depending on what social media platforms they use, you'll be having those results here, and you'll know what they are because of the logo. Very easy to notice and see what's going on. The address or location of the business, their website address, and if I pop through to the employees tab, you get different info that is so important for your campaign. You get first name, last name, business name, job titles, emails, and their LinkedIn profile URLs. Now, if you see NA, that means you will not be charged for that line because there's not an email address in there. These ones that do have emails, you will be charged for. That's the way we make sure that you're always taken care of. We never want to make you pay for something that's incomplete. So that's your report. Now, you can also view this in Google Sheets by clicking the View in Google Sheets button, and this takes you to the familiar Google Sheets view that you're used to. Then you can go ahead and action this list in any way that you feel fits your process the best. You can also press the Download Excel, and this will give you an XLS file that you can open with a click into Excel. I personally don't use Excel, so I'm going to leave that process up to you. If you give it a click, it'll open Excel. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you some great little bits and pieces around the dashboard very quickly before I hand over to our chief, who is going to show you a bit more. So going back to the dashboard, you have the environment that you can get back to your main screen. So I'm going to go to the comments right here. We've got questions rolling in, and the commenter that says Goodman Lantern, that is our chief, and our chief is really helpful in getting everyone's information out. So Raj is going to give you some more insights into the tool. He's going to be answering questions along with me at the end, as well as we go on. And as you can see in the comments right there, our chief, Raj Anand, is busy helping Junior Gonzalez with his question. So what I'm going to show you here on the Reports tab is the last reports you've done are made clearly visible, as well as the recent activity on your account. So as you can see, I have made various different searches. The search started 62 seconds ago. Now, this is going to show you just how quick our tool is. You can track just how unbelievably fast it is. 62 seconds ago, I started my search. Search started. 35 seconds ago, the search was completed. It's less than a minute. That's less than half a minute. That's ridiculous. It's really good performance. So I'm going to show you a bit more around here. You've got the credits that you're used to. So that shows you, like it did in the Chrome extension, what is going on with your credits. Then you can also buy extra credits if you want to. And that will allow you to get more if you don't want to upgrade your entire package for the month. Gives you a top-up, if you know what I mean. Gives you a small amount that you can add 100 at a time to make sure that you really tailor what you need at the moment. Then you've got that drop-down list I showed you again. That gives you all of your insights into your account. It gives you the use code option, gives you the option to see more plans, refer and earn, cancel your subscription, and log out. So everything you might ever need to do is all there, all in the same place to make it super easy. If you scroll down, you've got a link to download the Chrome extension in case you want to start your journey here in the web app. We want to make sure you've got all the information you have or you need at all times. So here in the bottom corner, you'll see there's a help toggle where you can get more information from our support team, who are fantastically helpful. Then we've got an email toggle where you can contact us in a written format or interact with our chat team. So the buttons here on the side, the bottom one here takes you to your reports page, and you also have another My Reports button up here. So those do the same thing, and you can also see when the search was done. You can see the type of search that was done. You can see how many leads are in that search. You can also, from here, with one click, see your report. Or you can download your report, which is what we did to Excel. When you click this, the XLS comes down and downloads like it did when we pressed this button directly from our report here, Download Excel. So that's really, really useful, okay? Now I'm going to show you this button here. This is where you can do a search like you did in the Chrome extension. Remember when we did a search in Google Maps and then we went ahead and opened the Chrome extension using the button up in your browser? Here you can do a search in the same way as you did in Google Maps, but without using Google Maps. So this is another way that you would go ahead and do your searches using our tool. Remember, we've got the Chrome extension like I showed you, and we've also got this version, the web app. And the web app is really exciting because it keeps all your information in one place. It allows you to do searches as well. And also, people ask us, when do you use which tool? So give you a really good example of when you'd go ahead and use the web app. If you were looking for accommodation type businesses. So if you were looking for businesses like hotels, motels, holiday inns, as the song goes, you would want to go ahead and use the web app. And the reason for that is that Google plays with the results that you get. So if you did a search in Google Maps for accommodation, you would very often get a either curated or a limited or a fettled with list. That would mean that you don't necessarily get an unadulterated amount of information. So what you would do then is you'd rather use the web app. Because here, if you go ahead and look for a hotel in London, England, now of course you could use any location globally, just make sure you click on the drop down option when it comes in. Like you see here, London, UK, give that a click and you will get all the information you would like, okay? Then what information do you want to receive is here again, all contact details or just email. And once again, we've got the help for you all there. Pressing search will allow you to open the actual next page. And this is the very same way that the Chrome extension works. So what you'll notice here is that you've got a map on the right-hand side, and then you've got the list of leads on the left. And what this gives you is the option to press select all once again, and you can see in the top here 20 businesses have been selected and 20 credits have been used. When you scroll down, you will be able to load more. Now, remember that this is going to give you the unadulterated list of accommodation, or in this case, hotel venues in London. I'm going to keep pressing load more until I am satisfied that I've got all the leads that I am after. And you'll notice that the map updates as you go along to make sure that you're getting a visual on the areas that are being loaded through. So this is really going to help you get into the swing of things. So I'm going to, like I said before when we were doing the Chrome extension demo, I could go on and on and on endlessly and load many, many more results using the load more button. In this scenario, because I want to move on and not bore you, I'm going to press continue. So continue takes me, like it did in the Chrome extension, it takes me through to the employees tab. Now here you can see that in real time, this is populating with employees that work at these businesses. Pressing select all and then pressing finish will allow me to load through to the next page where it says we have all your selections. And this is very much what you saw in the Chrome extension. 90 businesses, 13 employees. Could have loaded more, but that's where I stopped the tool because I want to show you how this works. Again, you've got the option to change the email address it goes to, toggle that you want all reports received to this email address in future, and then press create report. Pressing create report will load your report immediately into the web app. You'll get notifications of the process that it's taking. It can take sometimes a few moments to do, but it really doesn't take very long at all. So this is the way the process works. You'll see that your search for hotel in London, UK is still happening. While we're waiting for this to load up, I'm going to take you through to my emails because I want you to be able to see what this looks like when it arrives on your end. It's very important that you know what to expect at every potential moment. So here you can see an email that's come through for our restaurant search near Seattle, Washington. You can see that it's all very clear. You've 199 leads, 163 businesses, 36 employees, and then we've got notes on our transparency policy. After analyzing the data, some of your selection didn't produce quality contact information, so We are refunding some of your credits. 28 leads, didn't have email nor phone information. 2 businesses and 26 employees in this case. We're refunding you 28 credits. So here you can see in real terms that we're giving you back anything you don't use. Total
Just
credits.
to add to that, Jeff,
Yes.
the other thing which we have actually added to the tool is the ability to not get charged for the same results you have searched in the past. So, for example, you did a search today and you did the same search tomorrow for the same businesses and the same contacts, you won't get charged twice. And that's part of the refund process as well. So we'll include that refund for you so you don't get charged twice. And I think overall, if you just go back to the actual email, which Jeff has there, you'll notice that that email actually is giving you an overview of the bits which are which are refunded and which are not. Jeff, on that point, do you think it's good that I take over and just kind of give a quick introduction on the other parts very quickly, if that's okay with you?
100%, Chief. The floor is yours. I look forward to it.
Fabulous. Thanks a lot, Jeff. Thanks for the introduction. It's a fabulous actual play through the entire usability of the tool. The one thing I want to kind of mention is that we have built this tool in collaboration with you guys, with the users, the customers, and I don't know if you can see my screen now. Jeff, give me a shout if you can see you can see the screen right at the moment.
I can just see you, Chief.
Okay.
All right. It looks like it's loading through, and now I can see your screen.
Fantastic. Fantastic. The first thing I want to mention is that the Chrome extension was always meant to be a separate tool, but after talking to customers, we realized that actually it needs to be integrated into the web application. And that has many advantages. One of them is that now we can launch things like affiliate deals. So if, for example, you are a marketing agency or a development company and you have customers and you want them to use GoPinLeads, you can actually now very soon become an affiliate of GoPinLeads and get a commission every time we sell or we sell GoPinLeads via your recommendation or via your link. So bear that in mind that that's something that's coming very soon. It's all possible because of this new interface. The other thing I also want to mention is about this option of choosing just emails or contact details. This is again because many of our customers have said that they only wanted emails and there was no point for them to collect phone numbers, addresses, and different details of the company. So we have given you the option to choose one or the other. In the report section, you will have the opportunity to actually look at in the reports you had before. So unlike in the past where you had to go to your email to check and download the Excel or the Google Doc, now you can simply see the results in your report section, my report section, clicking on this icon here. Let me show you how it looks to just have just emails. And it's going to show you one example. And this is not the one I was looking for. Sorry. Let me go and find another one. So here we go. Over here, as you see, you have only the business names and the emails, and you have multiple of them. Obviously, you can just go and find and use the ones you want to use. And then you also have employees and the email addresses. So obviously, you only get charged for the ones which have email addresses and not for the other ones. And it allows you to keep tabs of these emails easily in your inbox. And then, for example, if you want to go back and download them, then you just can simply go back to your My Report section and download the reports which you want to. Overall, though, which I want to mention also is the onboarding process. Now, as you might remember, the Chrome extension was a bit hard to use. There was confusion as to how do you get started. Now, simply by clicking on the icon, it will guide you to the entire process of finding your next step. So if you click on Take Me to Google Maps, it will then open up the search for you. And now when you click on the Google Maps, it gives you the option to choose again, all contact details or just email. If, for example, I remove restaurants from here it will then guide me to actually do a search in Google Maps to find restaurants or find, for example, cafes or social media agencies, whatever it is that you're looking for. So this has become a bit more intuitive for our customers, and you have your opportunity to now look for stuff. Now, at one point, Jeff mentioned that if you look for hotels, you can't find them using Google Maps, and I'll tell you why that happens. Click on hotels now, you'll see that it shows you prices, and that means that Google has taken the ability to get data from these different tools. Now, what we've done is in this new version, you can actually see that this doesn't work there, and it'll give you your link to the web app here and here. You click on the web app, it'll open the web app for you. You can then do your search from there. Now, obviously, again, you have to have access to the web app to get this service. But overall, this gives you an ability to kind of toggle between the web app and the Google Maps. And eventually, even if you do your search in the Chrome extension, you would end up in the web application. So all your searches are secure and safe, and they are in your My Report section right on top. We have more tools planned, and given that we have come to this stage now of the application, we're going to be launching new tools on a regular basis now. We're going to have the affiliate deal coming soon. We have another tool coming up to actually add these contacts you see here, for example, here and in the employee section as your contacts on LinkedIn. So for example, if you do a search, for example, marketing agencies, and let me find one which has all contacts. So if you, for example, find the LinkedIn, so this is a LinkedIn profile, you can now find these businesses on LinkedIn and employees, and you can add these employees as your contacts automatically on LinkedIn. So sort of a quick way to growth hack and actually keep the growth hacking within GoPinLeads itself. So that's all coming up very soon now. And if you don't take advantage of all these different tools, you obviously need to upgrade. But also, at the moment, we have a special deal going on. So if you click on the new version of GoPinLeads, you can now get a value deal, 65% discount at just $99. So that's the price which we are currently offering. There are only 30 of these, and I know we only sold about 2 or 3 of them just in the first hour. So the race is early on. We only have 30 of these. This price are remaining. So if you do want to buy them, then now's the time. On that note, I'm gonna now stop sharing my screen, and I'm gonna go back to the video mode. I think I'm back on there, just to see if you have any questions perhaps for us. And I'm just gonna look at my phone to see the questions there. Jeff, I see you're there as well. Looking smart there, Jeff.
You too, Chief. You too. The resolution's a bit bad, but we're getting there.
That's awesome. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, so I see that there have been a few questions, some suggestions. There was one from Leonardo. Do you want to grab that, Jeff, and maybe we can answer it together?
Absolutely. So, Leonardo, are you referring to the last one, implement a cross-reference?
Yeah.
All right. So Leonardo says, implement a cross-reference for places and people doing ads on AdWords. This would give a nice list of people who really invest on ads. What should we say to that, Chief?
Yeah, it's a really interesting one. I mean, this doesn't really fit into the Google Maps section at the moment, I believe, Jeff. Leonardo, maybe I've got it wrong. Maybe a bit of clarity would be good on that. Maybe you can actually email me on support@goodmanlantern.com. You can have a chat about it. That would be really helpful. I think there's also a question from Dan there as well, isn't there, Jeff?
Absolutely. We've got a question in from Dan, and Dan says, are there any chances or improvements on narrowing results by title or position?
I know you have the answer there, Jeff. Do you want to go and dive into it, or should I?
Let me ask you to dive into that one, Chief. I'm going to be sending Leonardo in the comments section the email address that he should be sending you that email to. That's support@GoPinLeads.
Fabulous. Okay, great. So I'm going to share my screen again there, just to kind of show you an example. And just to answer your question, Dan, we have this search tool ability already available where you can enter, for example, social media agency in, let's just keep it London, just keep it simple. It's where I'm right now. Search the contacts, and you obviously get the businesses first. So that will load up first. I'm going to click on select all to select these all businesses, click continue. And then this section is where you would want to enter your filter. You will notice that this is the place you did that before as well. Now it just has a better description of the things which it will be doing. All in all, what I'm going to say is that if you have a particular filter which you have in mind, this is where you want to enter. For example, you can enter, for example, London if you just want people from London, or just, for example, directors. That's where you will want to enter. Sorry, it should be directors, but directors. So you can then easily get those results filtered out for yourself. Same thing also exists. So you can see as straight away it's kind of giving me some results here. A lot of people who are directors in the company or have directors in their profile, they simply come up. The other thing I'll mention over here is that there is the same ability also available within the Google Map extension as well. So if you just go there, and again, you just want to, for now, just do just emails and just click on that, and I go again to continue and continue anyway, and then it'll bring up the information. Again, over here, you have the ability to enter location, enter company names and job titles. So Dan, that's your best bet of how you will go about the selection process.
I see that Dan's got some follow-up comments here as well, Chief. Dan says, thanks for the... sorry, that was you. He says, as an agency, it's easier to sell to people who are already invested in ads. That's from Leonardo. Dan says, I've never had much success in filtering for specific titles in my search market. And then he follows that up with Utah, USA, senior care assisted living care centers, looking for directors of nursing, maintenance, and infection control. So it seems that Dan's looking to find those specific job roles from the results in GoPinLeads.
Understood. I think, Dan, for that, we are currently working on a separate tool, which is called Employee Search internally. That tool is designed to find you people specific to the search keywords you've entered. I'd like to give you a demo of that tool, but that tool is not live at the moment. We are working on it internally. We've done a lot of searching and testing on that already, and the results seem really good. I believe that will be a better tool for your search as opposed to GoPinLeads' current version. This tool is designed primarily for finding businesses and then people, whereby it does do the search for you relevant to the keywords, but the tool Employee Search will be a better match for your requirements. And in the next few weeks, months, we'll be having that tool live. And so when that's live, you can obviously use that to find results. For the time being, though, the way to do your filtering is through this search. And it does a reasonably good job at filtering. There are times, though, where, as you mentioned, there are some results which you won't find. And for that, we are working on a new tool for you. So yeah, that'll definitely be there. Going back to Leonardo's question, the question which you asked was about obviously the AdWords. Make sure that I actually understand it. So what you said is that's why if we can know from the list who's invested in AdWords, it'll be helpful. Okay, well, this is a good point there, Leonardo. What we'll do is we'll put this across to the team, and we'll find a way to maybe look into this and be able to find a way where people who are investing in AdWords are pointed out to you. It's obviously a bit challenging to kind of find those results, but I'm sure we can look at that as an option. Also, to mention to you, we've been asked to look at how can we find businesses who are unclaimed. So there's an opportunity there as well. where you can have unclaimed businesses and point them out as well in the Excel sheet. Again, something we're looking at as well. There's a lot of stuff to be done in terms of adding on things. Again, with this new version of the tool, that is a possibility now. We can now be more flexible in our approach, and it actually has given us the ability to now add new modules to it. So hopefully that will be something which you can add as well to the requirements. I'm going to put that information across. Great. Glad you agree with me, Leonardo, that the unclaimed businesses could be a good value add. So yeah, we will be adding those kind of features. Again, we are building things regularly now, and so a bit of patience and a bit of goodwill, we'll get there eventually.
Absolutely, we will, Chief. It's all a very exciting process. I mean, getting there has been a real journey on its own.
Indeed, absolutely, indeed. I think what happens is that people have a different sort of a priority, and we're trying to work out the priority levels based on our incoming emails and feedback from social media. So yeah, we have all those points put down in our list, and soon we will get on that to implement it as well.
Very exciting time. Great to be here. So, Chief, I don't see much else in the way of comments from people. I want to encourage you, if you are watching and you do want to ask anything else, now's the time. We've got the Chief here, and he is ready and waiting to take your questions as well, Rajanand. He's been talking you through all of this so far and is the man behind the madness. So it's a great opportunity for you to get the answers that you're looking for live. A little thank you there from Leonardo. Our pleasure, Leonardo, always.
Fantastic. Well, Jeff, if it's okay, let's do this. Let's end the broadcast now, put it live on Facebook groups, and give users the opportunity to email us using the support email, if that's okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. I've popped the support email into the live comments here, so you'll be able to get a hold of us really easily. I'm also going to give you just the GoPinLeads URL so that you quick click, you can get through to where we are and start using our tool and really get involved. And also, Raj just mentioned our Facebook group. This is the GoPinLeads Facebook group, and it's a great place to get some real backup and some real help from people that are using the tool, from our team and from Raj himself. We are all active there, and it's a very active, very helpful community. So you've got all those links now. And like Raj says, we're going to end here. Love you and leave you. And please do feel free to pop us an email at support@gopinleads.com, and we'll give you all the information that you require.
Good stuff. Well done, Jeff. Thanks everyone for coming to the webinar today, and we'll see you soon in the Facebook groups or via email. Take care, guys. Have a good day.